I will say, hearing Wolverine say so many swear words was pretty cool. It just seems like him being a potty mouth really kind of fits with his vibe and his personality. Boy, I swear, every single time someone says fuck, kids in the audience are laughing. And it's like, what are you even doing here? I swear there was like an 8-year-old sitting behind me, kicking the back of my wife's chair. There was an infant child baby down to my right, sitting there, making all these noises.
Baby
And then
noise,
as every single time the movie got really quiet, the baby would like yelp or something. And I was like, what are you even doing here? Hello, everyone. Welcome in to episode 63 of Mustache Ride. I'm Sherman Cool. This is the Dirty Tooth. And you are watching Mustache Ride because you are the best. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the show. This is a show all about me and this guy and how much we love video games and other stuff. Right, Tooth?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm trying not to touch my microphone anymore.
Double fist your mic and then eat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't do that. No, don't do that.
Yeah, this is our podcast about whatever we want to talk about, but it's about games because that's what we picked it to be.
And that's truly what we love. It's what we do.
Is. Yeah, we do it
it's
every day.
Eat, sleep, work, dump, and game.
Yeah, I cut out the dumping.
You don't dump?
Nope. People made fun of me. People made fun of me for the reusable toilet paper, and I was like, fine, I just won't poop anymore.
So you stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you can do that.
Yeah,
I might have to try it.
I drink 2 bottles of Pepto-Bismol a day.
Okay.
I don't know how I sit on the toilet, but
I sit on the toilet and end up doom scrolling on like YouTube Shorts. It's such a waste of time, you know. So I should just cut that out.
Well, I mean, you are multitasking. Is it that big of a waste of time? Would you be doing that anyway?
I don't remember a single YouTube short I watch, and I don't watch TikToks anymore. I'm off TikTok.
Oh, you're off TikTok.
Yeah. So I just watch YouTube Shorts, and they're just like in one ear out the other, in one eye out the other. You know what they say.
Yeah, I try to do this mix of like 5 minutes one social media platform like Instagram, then 5 minutes Twitter, 5 minutes YouTube short, and then 5 hours TikTok.
Oh, I see. So it all evens out in the end?
In the end, it all evens out, yeah.
I see. Well, anyway, thanks for joining tonight, you guys. We record this show live twice a month, every other Saturday night on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you're watching, thank you again for joining us. And we'd love if you joined us live, like so many people do throughout the night, coming in and out of chat, talking. And sometimes if you say something good enough, we might even mention it on the show. Who knows?
Yeah, I might laugh at it. And then I'll say something happened funny in chat.
That's right. By the way, we have a Patreon if you're interested in supporting us more than just being a live viewer, a viewer later on YouTube, a subscriber. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Yeah. We have a Patreon where we actually have both of our full playthroughs of the game Transference. Last episode's pass or play or pass, whatever. It's pretty interchangeable. I mix it up all the time.
It's just PP, you know.
P or P.
P or P?
Yeah. Go watch our PP on the Patreon exclusive.
You have to pay for that.
And we also have our second episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator up on the Patreon right now. But spoiler alert, it's coming out on YouTube probably tonight. So you can just wait. After this episode, you can go watch episode 2 of Tabs. We're gonna push it live. Yeah, it's happening. Episode 2.
I think it is live.
Is it live right now?
Yeah, I think it's live.
Well, shoot. Don't go watch it yet, though. Stay here.
Yeah, stay here and watch it. Then, it's number 2's out.
It'll be recommended.
It'll still be here when the episode's over.
That's right.
One thing we don't ever talk about is the Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter and tweet at us so we can engage with you because it thinks we're a robot, and that's weird right now.
Yeah, and we don't pay for Twitter Pro or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay for Elon Platinum or whatever.
No. Subscribe to the YouTube. Join our Discord as well. because we want your feedback. We want to make the show better, and we can only do that with your feedback. We'd appreciate it. Tooth, before we move on, you have a cat on your shirt.
I do have a cat on my shirt. It says, meh.
It's a grumpy kitty.
It is a grumpy kitty.
Meh.
Yeah, it's sort of like my general vibe that I have most days. So I saw it and I was like, this is a shirt for me.
Well, it's crazy. It's almost like we planned this, which we didn't in a way, but we didn't.
Did you have a cat shirt?
I have a cat on my shirt too.
Oh, your cat's hardcore.
You got grumpy kitty. I got hardcore kitty.
My cat's like, meh, it's an okay band. And then your shirt is just like, you're all in.
My kitty's like, rock on.
Rock on.
Meowtalica. I think I bought this shirt on like Temu, like when it first became a thing, when Temu first came out. And then I forgot about it. And I just found it.
Nice. So, cat shirts are pretty good. I have a couple of them. I don't
have enough.
I have one that says hug dealer instead of drug dealer, and it's got a cat on it. Yeah, so
nice.
I don't know why. I just now have a cat. Like, well, I guess she's 3 years old, but that's the first cat I've ever had ever. So I've never even really been a cat person.
You are though.
I am now. Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Well, besides buying cat shirts and wearing and having awesome hats, what else are you doing lately? What have you been up to?
Like today or
over the past couple weeks between episodes?
Oh, just any time. Okay, yeah.
Or just anything, whatever. Besides dumping, I know you haven't been dumping, so we know that's not part of it.
Yeah, really. I don't know if that's. I'll have to think about that. If I
is that why your eyes are brown?
Yeah,
because you're so full of shit. Hey, you got him.
Oh, well, I
got him.
Yeah, you got me. I got a rug for my room here because I kept rolling backwards on this since I switched my room around. I think the room leans a little bit, and so my chair rolls on the wood. And now
like when Marshall and Lily bought their apartment in New York.
Yeah,
it was like unlevel, and then they couldn't unsee that, and so they had to get it fixed.
That's one of my favorite episodes when they're like, should we tell them? And then, that's a terrible.
That's how terrible. I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, everybody. I love that show. I got this rug. It's pretty nice. I got it on Amazon. It was a flash deal. And I'm pretty happy with it so far.
Nice.
I did another art collab stream last night.
Yeah.
With my friend Alan, where we draw stuff that people suggest in chat. So if you come into chat, we flip-flop back and forth and we decide what to draw. So that was pretty cool. We drew a bunch of stuff, but one of them that was my favorite was a penguin from Mario 64.
Oh.
And I drew it. He drew it as like a regular penguin, like a real smooth one, and I drew it as like a squishy poly, like low poly penguin from like the game. So that was fun.
I saw Kirby too. I like Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby is good.
Kirby's pretty simple anyway.
Yeah, we had a couple hard ones, and then Kirby was like a slam dunk. I was like, thank you so much.
Nice.
Thank you so much for putting that in there. That's fun. That's the second one that we've done, and those have been pretty fun. I finished Dead Island 2 since the last episode. I ended up having to. I don't know if you have to. I think you do. I think you have to go on this specific side quest to get this one ability in order to like successfully fight this one type of zombie. And if you don't do that, the game is like damn near impossible. So hard.
So you went back and you did it?
I went back and I played off stream, and I went back and I did this one thing. And then the final boss fight that I spent nearly 45 minutes and didn't complete on one stream, I did it in about, I don't know, like 2 minutes.
Wow. What? Yeah. I don't know. Is it a spoiler to say what the ability is?
No, it's just like an ability that like stacks some type of damage, and you have to like lay out all of your cards correctly, and you have to have that ability on your weapon. It's an add-on to your weapon to do like a specific type of damage. And in my opinion, and I'm going to do a video on this game, but and you'll hear me say this in that video, but I think it's not a side quest if you need to do it to win the game.
Sure.
That's not a side quest. That's absurd. And maybe people do it without it, but everybody that I looked up, like how to beat this boss, like they were like, oh, you have to get this ability on your weapon. So dumb. It was, that's a crazy game in my opinion. And the loop is bad. And I don't think it was a very good game. I've heard the first one was way better. So I don't know if I'll play the first one, but I heard it was way better. But I did
Dead
beat
Island
it.
2.
Finally.
Good riddance.
Good riddance, Dead Island 2. It doesn't have very good reviews, like it as a game. Like
really?
The story's kind of weird. Everything's kind of, I don't know. But I did finish it. There was some cool parts about it. There's some cool things, like you can mix the weapons together, and like you can do shock weapons, like a kitchen knife that shocks the zombies when you stab them. So that was kind of cool. There are some like really funny parts in it. You like meet this content creator who's like making live videos on some social media platform of the zombies, and she's like, it's funny because I could see it happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, especially because I think it's just like one area of the world, one city.
Yeah.
Right? Like LA is the only area, and it's all quarantined off.
Yeah.
So the rest of the world is still going on. So it makes sense to make content. Otherwise, like in some post-apocalyptic game, why would you ever make content for nobody? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds cringe, though. Sounds like it could be cringe.
It was so cringe. The whole interaction was really cringe, but it was funny. That was a funny thing. Okay. I played Overwatch, a couple games of Overwatch with the new hero during that weekend. I think we talked about it last episode that the what's her face? The space Juno, the space girl. She came out and really fun healer. Everything's good about her, I think, so far. So I played a couple games with her. That was a lot of fun. And then most recently, I started my own Animal Crossing island. So I'm playing Animal Crossing.
That's right.
For the first time on my streams right now. And we're building our museum as we speak.
Okay. So pretty early still.
It's pretty early stages, but everything's setting up. I owe Tom Nook a load of money.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money. Yep.
Yeah, he's a real mafioso. That guy
he is.
He's a mafia boss. He'll get his money.
But I think honestly, the two that I don't trust the most, Timmy and Tommy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about them. Something about how like one's always like sitting in there like scheming the store, and the other one's just walking about your island looking at stuff. I don't know about those two.
I heard you got a couple good villagers though.
I did, yeah. I can't remember their names, but they're chickens. Actually, somebody informed me that one is certainly not a chicken. It's a peacock maybe, or something
Same
else.
thing.
They're both birds. I mean,
I'd eat either one.
You'd eat a peacock?
I wonder what it tastes like. It probably tastes like chicken.
It probably does taste like chicken, honestly.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway, I called them both chickens, but one of them is like a swole chicken. He doesn't look very swole, to be honest with you, though. He looks like a chicken.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one, walks around peacock-ish. But they're pretty nice. Yeah, peacocking. She did give me the DIY recipe for medicine, though, which was sick because I got stung by wasps within the first 30 seconds of owning.
You were walking around looking like you got in a fight.
You walk into her house and she's like, oh, what is that?
I love how they respond to it. It's like, what happened to you?
What happened to you? Yeah, so it's been pretty fun so far. I had some people come in, they helped me out, gave me a couple things, and I visited a couple islands. My airport's open. You're not allowed to bring me anything that's like super intense with the game, or I have to give it away. And so that's fun. I'm gonna play through it for a while and just have a chill little game after Dead Island 2 because that was stressful.
Smart.
That
That's
game
the best part of the
stressed me
game is visiting other islands or like getting those tickets to go to random islands or whatever. Not even like other people's islands, but like the other areas.
Yeah. I've seen the dream, like the dream visits that you can do. Like when you're sleeping, you'll like dream and go to a different island. That's kind of cool. The first hour that I played it when I first bought the game, that's what I did was like I could sleep and go to another island. So I have done that. Goose and Phoebe, those are my villagers.
Goose and Phoebe. Shout out Spunky Kate in chat.
Yeah, Goose and Phoebe. Yeah, pretty cool so far. They don't seem like a-holes. Some of them seem like a-holes.
They can get that way. That's why it's funny. I always thought all the villagers were like good enough. They're fine. But then after the game was out for a little bit, people are like min-maxing to get the best villagers or their favorite ones. And it's like, geez, that was a bit too much for me, but I could see why people would do that for sure.
All I got to say is if you're a villager and you come to my island and you're an a-hole, there's a lot of places to bury you. Just saying. It's a deserted island. So,
good fertilizer.
Good fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I guess I did play Valorant and Apex last night on your stream a little bit. So that was.
Yeah, you joined us.
Yeah, that was. I'm not going to really say it was fun to play those games, but it was fun to play with you guys. Those games are something else sometimes, especially Apex. I don't understand that game.
People are just on drugs.
They're so
playing
good.
That game. They're cracked out of their minds. It's crazy.
I don't know what happened, but like Valorant, I'm much better at Valorant than any other shooter game that I play besides Overwatch. I think like I know how to turn my mouse down like DPI wise now, and I know the sight lines and stuff. So like I can like either like second or top frag in Valorant pretty regularly, but Apex, I don't even know how to be good.
I don't know either. I like Valorant more than Apex as well. That's one of the things I did between episodes was play Valorant. Getting a little bit more back into it. I played a couple different sessions last week, and that game's good, man. People are like, no, it's not.
Yes,
Valorant sucks. They just play it too much, probably. I don't know, but I like it. I love the strategy of it. I love the pro scene. People are like the stuff that people pull off and how in depth it goes with the economy of it and stuff. People are really good at freaking Valorant. And that's like in a similar
game.
Yeah, in a similar way, people are cracked out of their minds and like no life that game, and they're really good. But I can still manage to, pull the wool over some guy's eyes and get them, or hide in a corner and wait for two guys to pass me and then pop them both in the head. Feels good, man. Feels good, and I feel smart. But first time I got back into it, it's been a long time since I played, and I got back into it Wednesday night with good old Chunky Tuesday. Shout out Chunky Tuesday. I was nervous, man. I don't know. Like when I get nervous, I get shaky.
Yeah.
And I was shaky. I was nervous. I don't know why. It's like, it's just a game. It's just Valorant.
Just a game.
I was excited and nervous because I wanted to get back into it, but I didn't think I would have like such a reaction to like my first game back on.
Yeah.
But I was I don't know what the deal was. I was nervous. It was weird.
I think I get nervous in that game when I buy a judge. Like when I buy the judge and I'm like, okay, like I got this. And I'm like, my hand is like, okay, like I'm going to sneak around the corner. Like I'm just going to clear him out. And then I like go through there and I hit like, I don't know, Reyna for 20. I'm like,
yeah,
damn it. I thought I could. I thought I was going to be that guy.
Yeah, I didn't let my nerves hold me back though. And I did my first game back, I did pretty well. Nice. But then right at the last 2 rounds, Chunky Tuesday went crazy and he took top frag position from me.
That's what he does.
Jerk.
Yeah, jerk. Being good at the game.
Something I haven't been doing is play Marvel Rivals. I've been wanting to play that damn game. It's another hero shooter. NetEase is the developer. And it's like Overwatch, but with Marvel characters. I've been wanting to play it, dude, but I can't get a code. They're always out of stock.
I watched Shroud play it for a little while.
I was watching Summit 1G play it for a bit, and he had like a whole page of codes, and he showed it on screen for a second. I took a picture of it, and I put in a bunch of the codes, and they were all already taken.
Yeah. You know, his stream is there like waiting to type it in, like as soon as they
thousands of people. Yeah, for sure. And I shouldn't have expected to get one, but I was hoping maybe I'd get lucky. But no, and I've been checking the website, can't get a code to save my life. So it's all the beta period is almost over. I'm just gonna wait till it comes out. But looking forward to that. But people are already gonna be so good at that game, and I've heard that it's really difficult. So we'll see. But I want to play Marvel Rivals, but can't yet. Anybody, if you got a code out there, let me know. I'm down to play for the couple days we got left. But yeah,
it looks cool. I think like I'm not invested into starting another hero shooter game until until it comes out and it's like this is the game of the decade. Then I'll be like, okay, I'll play that.
I mean, Overwatch, the year it came out, it won Game of the Year.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
and that's definitely impressive, and that makes an impression. But there was a lot more going for Overwatch also when it came out. There's a lot of reasons why I love Overwatch.
Yeah,
I want to love other hero shooters like that. I want something else to come and take the mantle. But at this time, I think the best is still Overwatch. As much as people talk shit and hate on that game, I still think it's one of the best. And there's a lot of transparency with the devs. At least it seems like they're really trying to work on the game, make it better, work on the issues with Overwatch. So I don't know. I think it's still good, but I think that there's still like a void there.
There's room
where other hero shooters could nuzzle in there and get all comfy. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just not doing it right now.
I've also been playing a little more Rocket League because there's a summer thing going on right now where you can get a Cybertruck in the game.
Oh.
And I wanted that Cybertruck.
You want it?
And so I want it. And so I played over the past week. I played a few times. Today it was like play 5 games in a party. And nobody was online. I couldn't play with anybody, so I teamed up with this rando, and we just started winning. We won like 6-7 games in a row.
Whoa.
And I was like, I gotta go. And so I equipped the Cybertruck. It looks real goofy, bro. It looks real goofy. Doesn't look like a Rocket League car. However, it looks like a Rocket League car, but it's like a Rocket League car that they grabbed by each end and kind of stretched out. You know, it's so long.
I imagine it looks like the what's the one that looks like a Hummer? There's like the big boxy looking truck. I imagine the Cybertruck looks like it got smacked, like that one got smacked on top, and then somebody like just grabbed it and did a Gumby on it.
Yeah. It's pretty goofy looking. I played one game with it, lost terribly, and I was like, all right, that's enough Rocket League for now. But I don't know, any reason to get back into Rocket League is a good reason. So I got that, and then it's all like the whole promotion, the seasonal or the event is over pretty soon, so I didn't want to miss out on getting that car.
Yeah.
But I have been slowing down a lot playing Rocket League. I haven't been playing as much lately.
I want to. I get in this like mood where I want to play it, and then I play all my placement matches, and because it takes so long to play all the placement matches in ranked, by the time I play them all, I'm like, all right, that was cool. I'll play Rocket League next month.
Yeah.
Just because I like binge it to try to see like if I can get any higher than my
see
rank.
Where you'll be placed. Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. It's not like I'm losing love for Rocket League. It's just I'm not having as much enjoyment when playing it as I used to. And it's just, I don't know. I just have other things I need to do. And so I can't just play Rocket League for hours and hours. I could very easily, but I can't.
It's a no life game. You have to it doesn't feel good to play it if you're not good at it. Like if you're playing against somebody that's like so much better than you, it's not like TF2 or like Overwatch where like you're like, oh, it's just quick play. It's whatever. Rocket League feels bad to lose that. It's like
competitive.
Yeah, it's just no matter what mode you're playing, you're like, it's just mad. You're mad. Just mad at it for some reason.
It gets you there. It brings that out of you.
It does, yeah.
But damn it, I love it. I also played this game. It's a free game on Steam, so remember, it's free. It's called How Fish is Made. Kind of a weird game. It has some existential meaning to it that I didn't think about enough, honestly, but it's very weird. It basically asks you if you want to go up or down. And you're a fish, and you're flopping through the whole game, and you talk to other fishes and sea creatures, and you're flopping around, and you're talking to them, and they're like, you going up or down? And then this guy's like, my family's going up, but my best friend's going down. Which way do you think I should go? And I was like, well, follow your family. And he's like, yeah, good idea. You're right. And then he's like, which way are you going? And I was like, I'm going down. And he's like, you lied to me. And I was like, no.
What?
I just follow your family. It makes sense, but it asks you questions in a way. But there's definitely some really weird stuff. There's a whole musical number in that game.
So are you in water or are you on land?
I don't think you're in water.
Oh, okay.
But you're in some sort of enclosed area. I don't know. It's like some factory or something. It's hard to explain. There's no real resolution to it. You get to one part and one fish is like, you made it. And then he has like this big paragraph message about all the meaning of all this. And he's like, I'm just messing with you. I'm just another fish. And it's like, all right, thanks a lot.
What?
I'll just keep flopping on now, I guess. So that you just continue past him. It's funny. It's like, it's art. I don't know. It's an art game. It's art. It's free too. It's called How Fish is Made. Check it out for yourself. I didn't spoil everything. That's for sure. There's a lot in there, but it's a short game. I beat it in probably half hour.
Oh, nice.
So, and there's free DLC too. You can beat that in another 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, you can't miss out on a free game. I mean, might as well play it, even if it sucks. Like, who cares? Free.
And I think at the end they promote another game that they're working on that's coming out soon. It says coming soon, and it seems like a horror-ish game, but with similar graphic style, which looks cool. I might look into it.
Yeah.
So, I forget what that one's called though. Okay. Also, I've been getting my Meta Quest 2. I've been getting this baby back up and running, and boy, what I want to do is get it ready and stream probably Half-Life Alyx, because it's probably one of the best VR games that are out there still. And I started it and never continued on with it. And so I'd like to play through more Half-Life Alyx, hopefully get through the whole thing.
Yeah.
But boy, it's a nightmare. Even the thought of streaming VR games is a nightmare. Looking at chat is a whole thing on itself.
Yeah.
So there's no way, at least as far as I can tell, there's no way to like pull up what your chat within the VR game, unless you like pause the game, go to your browser, and then pull up like a tab with your popped out chat in it. And if you do that, you can look at the chat, but apparently it's pretty laggy. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you have to like peek through the bottom or like lift up the headset and look at your computer screen and look at chat. And like stopping to like look at chat so often is like annoying. And so it's annoying either way.
Yeah.
But
so I did it. I streamed some VR stuff on stream and I docked the chat. And so I was able to hit like, I can't remember, one of the buttons, and it just like the chat just like popped up in my view, like front view. And so I just like paused it and had the chat there, and then like went back to like whatever I was doing.
Well, I'm playing a Steam game, so it's not like a Meta Quest game. It's like a Steam VR game.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it's different from what you had, but maybe you can show me how to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll try to show you. Yeah, I've never played a MetaQuest game before. I've only played Steam games. But yeah, I'll have to look it up because I did it.
That's another game. Another game I want to play is Resident Evil 4 VR. I played through some of it, not even half of it on stream.
Oh, I remember.
And I just dropped it. I want to go back and finish that baby because it's one of my favorite OG games, Resident Evil 4, and playing it in VR was fun. I think I just got sick of playing in VR, so I want to go back and just pick up that playthrough and continue on. So might see some VR streams on the old Sherman Cool channel. I just got to grow the balls to commit to do it. It's so uncomfortable. That's the biggest thing.
I think we could set some stuff up because mine runs pretty smoothly. I think like everything that I've done, like I don't know what I've done, but I watched a couple videos and everything seems like it works really well. The hardest thing that I've noticed is some of the games that I pick to play just like suck. Like they just like suck. The game
Straight
sucks
up.
and it's just like not a good experience. And so like I'll play it and something bad is just like happening and it's literally because of the game. And I hate that. Like the game will lag out and it just, But I think
there's just not a lot of good VR experiences.
There isn't.
Out there.
I reset my room though since the last time I played VR, and I moved my green screen back and I moved everything like around where like I have a lot more room to like play VR, and I set up another camera that's just pointed at my green screen, and so maybe I should try it out too
with the green screen. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I might try it out too at some point. I don't know. Sometimes I get motion sickness, and if I'm gonna have to work the next day, I don't want to be motion sicknessed out.
I don't blame you, not even for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just something I want to do. We'll see if I do it or not. But last thing, I went and saw a movie. I never go to the movie theater.
Yeah, expensive.
Last time I went to the movies was probably to see the Mario movie. That was a while ago, and so went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine. No spoilers. Don't worry, no spoilers if you're watching this. But that movie's a trip, man. That movie is funny, but sometimes I'm just like, this is too much. It's too much. In fact, right off rip, the opening scene, I was like, oh, ha, ha. And then it kind of just kept going, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, I get it. Some parts are pretty cringe, but overall, really funny, really fun. Really good, just like fun movie. I don't know how better to explain it, but it's fun.
Yeah.
This is coming from someone who doesn't know all the Marvel backstory. I haven't seen a lot of the Marvel stuff, all those movies. So there's a lot that I don't know, a lot of references that were made that I don't know. But there were quite a few I was surprised that I did know. So I think it's fun for everybody.
Yeah.
But probably more fun for people that are in the know in the whole Marvel universe, MCU stuff.
Yeah, I've seen like a couple Marvel things, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not like most of the movies at all. I think it's just a genre of movie that like I never got into. Like I don't really like superheroes, never really have for my whole life, and so it's just like when I watch one, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. Strong as hell. That's crazy. And then like everything is literally about being strong.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, I'm like, what is going on? And then I do like X-Men, but I think it's because it's like, it's more of the mutant side and not necessarily that they're superheroes. It's like, it's
more deep, more complicated.
It seems more fantasy than superhero-y. And I'm more into that.
I will say, hearing Wolverine say so many swear words was pretty cool. It just seems like him being a potty mouth really kind of fits with his vibe and his personality. And he didn't really get to swear a whole lot in any other depiction of him.
Yeah.
And he's a sailor mouth boy.
That's the Deadpool movies
crazy
for you.
Yeah, very vulgar. Every boy, I swear, every single time someone says fuck, kids in the audience are laughing. And it's like, what are you even doing here? Like I can't laugh at the actual funny parts because it's not appropriate for children. Like I swear there was like an 8-year-old sitting behind me kicking the back of my wife's chair.
Yeah.
And this kid was laughing. There was an infant child baby down close down. I saw down to my right, sitting there, making all these noises.
Baby
and then
noise,
every single time the movie got really quiet, the baby would like yelp or something, and I was like, "What are you even doing here?" Yeah, at least it didn't like break out in a cry, you know. It didn't really cry, but it made noises. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's children at this rated R Deadpool movie where they're making some vulgar jokes. There's blood and guts and man.
I just remember how my bus driver talked when I was a kid, so I don't feel as weird about it because my bus driver was sort of like could have been in that movie probably.
Maybe. Hey, to each their own. I don't think it's not my place to say where people should bring their kids. And it wasn't too intrusive. It wasn't a big deal to me. And I think it gives like whatever their kid takes away from that movie and starts repeating outside of the movie. It gives the parents a way to kind of whip that into shape themselves instead of them just being a potty mouth at school. They can say, you're not supposed to say that. No. Or something. I don't know. Whatever parents say.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they say. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what I say.
What do you say?
I say that it's time for a little segment that we like to call Player Pass.
Yay.
So here at Mustache Ride, we love video games. And so each episode, we spin the great wheel of games. And we pick a new game to play in between episodes. And then we come back, we return, have a good discussion about the game that we played. And tonight, we're talking about the game Journey. Journey. Tooth, tell us a little some about the game Journey.
I'll tell you about it. So the game Journey, of course, was made by That Game Company. It was originally released on the PlayStation, so it was a Sony Interactive only on the PlayStation game, which is kind of cool. It came out originally in 2012. The old game, so it was on the PlayStation 3. Which is kind of crazy to think about. But it's sort of a little relevant because it came out on the PC in 2019. And so it came out much later on the PC. And I guess it's also on iOS too. You can get it on the App Store. That's kind of weird.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a very hard to run game.
No, I don't think so. But that's kind of cool. It's a indie adventure game. It's sort of all about... This is sort of I mixed like what it actually says on the Steam page and like what I thought, but it's an experience all about life along the way to your goal. So in the case of Journey, you're discovering that you must traverse through an ancient, mysterious kind of world by gliding and soaring and walking. I ended up doing a lot of walking because I couldn't figure out how to build constant stamina somehow. I don't know if you can. And I guess you can slide too. To discover the mysteries and your purpose in the game. And you get the purpose really early on, like what you're trying to achieve. So
it's kind of like the only thing on the horizon, and you're like, I should probably go to that. There's a big beam coming out of a mountain.
I need to go to the mountain.
Seems like that's the place I should go to. Yeah. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's not a word spoken in the whole game.
No dialogue at all.
But through context clues, you're able to figure out what you need to do, where to go. The very first section was kind of the only one that gave me a little bit of trouble because I was just like, I didn't know the game loop yet, you know?
Yeah.
And so I figured it out and it was fun, but there's certain moments that I really enjoyed, certain moments that really like, I was like wide-eyed, really looking at. Certain moments that made me sad.
Yeah.
Very sad. Certain moments that made me inspired and happy. I don't know. It's there's like a whole range of emotions, and not even a single word was spoken in the whole thing.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like of a game, like I feel like, in my opinion, it was. There's a lot of replayability to it just because of how you can freely interpret the game. Like there's only one goal. Like that goal doesn't change for anybody. But I feel like the way that you experience the game or the way that you see the character or something, like it all matters, like what you're doing or the way that you feel.
The general gameplay loop is you enter a zone, like a section of the game. You see a landmark. You solve a puzzle, not really solve a puzzle, but you do something. So there's something that you can do with your character that I watched a speed run after my playthrough.
Oh yeah.
And the speedrunner called it chirping.
Okay.
So like where you could kind of ping what's around you. You chirp at things, and then it like opens a door or opens like a tomb or something, or it lights up some pillars and shows you something. You chirp, it opens something or unlocks something, and then that helps you get to the landmark that you saw. And then you get to the landmark, you see a vision of like kind of the next section maybe or something.
Yeah.
The next area you're going to traverse in, and then you go into the next area and you do it again. That's very basic, but we'll show you guys some clips so you have an idea of what we're talking about.
I have a clip of the map reveal, actually.
Oh, cool.
So I'll pull that up. This was one of my favorite parts because this is where you see for the first time that sort of like other character in the game.
Like deity or God or something.
I call them light bringers. I don't even know what they are, but the map gets revealed, which is really cool. I thought this was one of the cooler parts of the game. Is it like the map like gets revealed to you, and then it pans across it, and you're like seeing all this cool stuff going on in the game.
Yeah.
I
like that. I think my favorite section of the game, because this game, like, not to mention it's really cool and eye-opening in some areas, but it's like, despite having a pretty simple art style, it's a beautiful game.
It is beautiful.
And specifically, there was one part that I just really loved. It was really pretty looking, but the music that played during this section was like unnecessarily beautiful. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was so pretty. Do you want to play the clip?
I got it. I think it's this one here. Your favorite area?
Feels so special. My favorite area in Journey, yeah. The music in this section is so nice. It's gorgeous. And all the like sea creatures or whatever, I feel like all these ribbons are making different sea creatures, and it's just all so pretty. Like, look at that. Just beautiful.
So beautiful. I had this part here was probably my favorite part of the game. It's like a huge you get like this final shot of the mountain, and it's just like the glide, like you're sliding through through everything. This game is crazy beautiful for no reason.
The sliding was fun, dude.
Such a cool view.
Oh yeah.
That was a beautiful piece of the game that was just every bit of it was just unnecessarily beautiful as a game. Mm-hmm. Like they put it together that way. Somebody came into my chat and was talking about this game because, well, first off, people are obsessed with this game. They invited me into a Discord with over 700 people that pretty much only play this game. Wow. They mod it. They're like do all sorts of crazy stuff. And I guess her boyfriend holds the record for the speed run for this game.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, she also speed runs this game, but it just like opened my eyes to like how crazy, like how much people know about this game. Like they're like, there's like fan like lore about it. Like they were saying that the game was developed because the person's like wife like had motion sickness really bad and like couldn't play some of the standard games, and he like worked on this game to develop it like for one of those specific reasons of like it's easier to play as a game.
Yeah. Wow.
Which seems kind of cool.
Well, that's one thing. Like, one of the main things right away that I noticed is that it's very slow.
Yeah, slow game.
You're not going fast unless you're in certain sections of the game, but it's very slow. But it picks up speed in certain parts and in a really tasteful way. Like the sliding down the hills. I have a clip of my first time sliding. It's like you just kind of like go over a threshold and suddenly you're sliding down this hill, and it's like a Sonic game. You're going fast, and it's like, okay, this is what I'm talking about, you know?
It's cool. This was like, I think this was like the earlier in the section that I was showing. But the music is good. The sliding's cool.
Yeah, the floatiness.
Yeah.
And then these little creatures, these little ribbon creatures that are around, they're like dolphins. I don't know. That's at one point I equated them to, when I first saw them. That's right. I think I have another clip of like first meeting these little kite looking guys, these little ribbon kite guys, and they I equated it to like a dolphin in the middle of the ocean that's like leading you to land.
Hey, little guy.
I was like, that's cool.
Hey,
I like these guys.
coming with me or oh, you're going too fast. I can't go that fast. Hi. Oh, I made a friend. We're flying together, huh? Oh, another shooting star. I hear it. I think. Yeah, see? Oh.
The shooting stars, dude. That's a whole other thing.
Oh,
We'll get to
know.
that.
My jumps.
I don't even know if I saw those.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Oh, wow. They made noise. They were loud. But
I called them
the shooting
fly
stars.
boys.
Oh, those the fly boys. I like
My
that.
fly
I like
boys.
that. Yeah, they were. I don't know. It's just nice to make a little friend and feel not so alone.
Yeah.
Because it's a very lonely seeming game.
Yeah,
it
is.
But
it is very lonely.
yeah. So let's see. Are there any other moments in the game that you really enjoyed that kind of stuck with you?
Yeah, I think the one was like I called him Cobra Mechs, but there was like a point in the game where it got real dark, and I was like, "Yo, what is happening?" I was just getting used to the game being like cool,
Light,
like chill,
fluffy, chill.
It's
yeah.
fine. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then this happened.
Oh boy.
Juice.
No way, dude.
No.
Oh, it hit you.
Not
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Cobra eating my
I have a very similar clip.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's like, so like I saw this moment, but then I didn't notice that he literally ate one of our little friends.
yeah. He ain't like it's so sad.
It's like the very next time you see one of those big monster guys, he eats another one of your friends, and that time I noticed.
No. Wait. It just ate my friend. Oh, I don't know. I don't like that guy.
Yeah, I was like, this game's chill, everything's good, and then it ate one of my fly boys and knocked me over. There was a moment in the game where we slid down and you get and you're like safe from them. And one thing that I did notice about the game, and I don't know if it was like purposeful, but like I was like, whew, I got saved by the QR codes, because all the little graphics looked like QR codes. Like the little, like everything, like just like
the little squares,
all those little squares. And I was like, why do they look like QR codes for some reason? But that was just something that I thought in my brain.
Yeah.
So,
well, I know like toward the end of the game, and just so you guys know, we're spoiling the hell out of this game if you didn't notice already. It's a 12-year-old game. You can just turn us off now if you don't want to be spoiled, but like we're spoiling.
And it takes an hour, 45 minutes. That's how long it took me to beat it. Like you can go and beat it right now. And we're not really spoiling. It's like, you interpret it. There's no dialogue. Nothing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe it doesn't eat your flyboy. I don't know.
You do die at one point.
Yes.
Kind of. I mean, do you? I guess that's up for interpretation
Yeah,
too,
I
but it
think
sure
it's-
does look like it.
Yeah. Do you have that?
No.
I don't.
But what I wanted to mention was the part right before that, where you're going up the snowy mountain,
Yeah.
and then the big flying monster guys that have the spotlight down and they're searching for you, and they like if they see you, they come for you.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just you hug the left wall and you're just like trudging up this mountain really slow, and that was like, I don't know. I think that part overstayed its welcome just a little bit because I didn't know if I was going the right way. I just kind of assumed, but it took so long to get into that cave. And then from there, it's like, oh, another section where we're just trudging through snow. Oh, and now the wind's blowing me back. Now the wind's blowing and I have to time it perfectly to get through this part. Oh, no, I didn't time it right. So you fall down. But then I think they figured you would fall at one point. And so they gave you kind of a workaround. But, bro, what the heck?
It got kind of hard in that thing because
that one section.
Yeah, you anticipate you needing, like, you having to do it or you're gonna restart. And it's
right.
It's not really the case, but it's like it feels like that. There's a lot of stakes. Like the game feels like you're at high stakes in the intense parts. How
are your emotions when you're climbing up the hill, you're climbing, and then you start slowing down?
Yeah,
you start slowing down even more.
I was like, I had seen all the grave markers everywhere, which
that's what I figured those were too.
That's what they were. They were grave
like
markers
tombstones.
Of like people that didn't make the journey. So I got all the way up it, right? And I was like, no way that it ends in me being like becoming one of these gravestones.
Or just dying.
So
and then
pissed.
It's like credits roll. You face plant in the snow and then you just credits.
Yeah.
No way. I was like,
I would have been so pissed, honestly.
Yeah, but I was also sad because it was like, oh, all of this just to
die
not make it, just like all the other ones. Yeah. But it didn't happen.
No.
Either we did die and we got revived, or we didn't die, but like because we got saved at the last moment. I don't know, but like the deities come back. Those what'd you call them?
I call them bringers of light. The light bringers.
Light bringers, that's right. And they like revive you, and then you have like this really long scarf, and you can fly as much as you want. You jump and fly as much as you want.
Yeah.
That was a cool moment because you're just like, oh, I'm not dead. It was kind of a relief, right?
Yeah.
And then you fly.
It was good. I like that. I like that sort of all those moments. One thing that was really cool that I didn't know, I guess like it tells you about it if you read further into the game, but I was streaming and that person came into my chat and they were a pro. They weren't really spoiling it. They were just like excited to see me play the game.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that you could have companions or meet companions along the way.
I heard about this too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they came in and their name popped up in the credits at the end of the game, like from chat. I have a clip of it, but
what?
they actually connected with me and I didn't know it in the game because it's kind of buggy on Epic. But companions along the way, Stephanie of Texas.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, there you are. That's crazy. And so I plan to play it again on Steam because in that Discord that they sent over to me, you can ask for like advertise that you're playing it needing of a companion. And I just want to know what that is.
Yeah.
Because I
heard about that also, but I was like, only friend I made was my little floating ribbon buddy.
Little fly boy.
And so, yeah, my little fly boy. And so I'm curious how that looks. So you'll have to, I'm not going to buy it on Steam, but if you do and play it, I'm curious how that looks. That's pretty cool. I wonder, so they connected with you, but you didn't end up seeing them in the game?
Yeah, I don't really know how it works. She said that we connected in the game and that I probably wouldn't have noticed it because it was my first time playing it. And I wouldn't have noticed. But yeah, I guess it's something you can do. She was talking about it, but I was like, I was at the end of the game, and she said Epic is buggy, and so it's like real weird to play it on there.
Oh.
But I thought that was cool. I was like, I had no idea, and that the fact that they get added into the game like that is like a really, really cool.
Into
really
the credits,
cool
no
piece.
doubt.
Yeah,
That's
cool
cool.
piece of it.
Well, speaking of the end of the game, so you make it to the top of the mountain finally. You walk into this pillar of light, and then it's like your spirit or something is like shot out of the mountain, and it becomes that shooting star that I pointed out in that one clip. It becomes that shooting star, and it goes right back to the beginning, and you do it again. And it's like, I guess it's a loop. It's kind of like a Sisyphus boulder situation. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you go back to the beginning, and you're like a reborn soul or something. But I have a clip because at the very beginning of the game, there's like this cutscene where it's like it shows the shooting star looking thing, and then it shows it a little bit closer, and I was like, oh, shooting star, not a shooting star, a soul. Like, I just threw that out there.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I called it, baby, right away.
I got it.
Roll the
Shooting
clip.
Star in the middle of the day. Not a shooting star. A spirit. A mirage, perhaps. Shooting star in the middle of the day.
Yeah. You did
Nailed
call it. You did nail it.
I called it.
See,
that's crazy.
I didn't see that, but that happened at the end of the game, like obviously. But I guess I probably would have started to put that together if I would have seen that at the beginning. Huh.
Yeah, the very beginning, because it showed it didn't look like a star, and it was really close to the ground. So next best thing that came to my mind. But
yeah,
I did not expect to like make it to the top of the mountain, and then for my soul or spirit to be shot back all the way to the beginning.
Yeah.
But one other thing I learned, those shiny squares that you pick up along the way.
Oh yeah.
The cube things or whatever. I called them shinies. Apparently, if you get all of them, you get like a gold cloak or like a white gold cloak, kind of like what the Lightbringer deity thing that like what they were wearing. And then for every time that you like make it to the top of the mountain, that white cloak gets adorned with like more gold symbols.
Interesting.
And so
okay,
the speedrunner that I watched had like this beautiful looking cloak.
Yeah.
And it was really cool looking. And I was like, dang, theirs is cool. And yeah, somebody in chat was like, oh yeah, he's played the game a lot.
Yeah.
And so there's like small reasons for replayability, but overall, I don't know if I'll play it again.
Yeah.
Maybe one day if I'm just wanting to vibe, but it is kind of just one and done for me.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a lot of interpretation to be had with the game, a lot of context clues.
Yeah.
Like, did you notice you chirp at certain areas and it like not opens up, but it like reveals a panel of like kind of like a I don't know, cave painting kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do these mean? I've never been good at reading hieroglyphics or like cave paintings and what they mean. It reminded me of like the end of God of War, where like their whole journey is kind of like painted on the wall.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what any of that means unless they point it out and explain it.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious, like I still haven't, but I want to watch like YouTube videos to see just what people really think the whole story is and what it means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That Discord has like a ton of people that talk about this game all the time. I think for me, like I want to play it again because I want to play it on Steam because I want to get whatever like achievements or stuff are in it because Epic doesn't have them. And then they were talking about like the mod scene in this game too. So like there's people that can like mod to give you different cloaks, like to design your own. You can like there's a mod for like getting in and like running around in the credits because I guess they're like coded to be their own chapters, and so you can fly around the credit scenes. There's like I guess a bunch of cool stuff like they were telling me in the chat like after I beat the game, and I was like, this is kind of cool. Like it's a cool scene for this like old game that's like that like I've always heard really good things about, but I didn't know there was like a scene,
like
for
a cult following.
a cult following for the game.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool.
well, as far as like what the game means, I do like what you said about like discovering your purpose, or like
Yeah.
it being kind of like an allegory for life almost, you know, like the trials and tribulations of going through different phases of life or whatnot. I like that. I think because each section could denote a different section of one's life, and then the end, like I don't know, I guess you just keel over and die one day.
Yeah.
and then angels like bring your soul back to life and then reincarnate you back at the beginning. I don't know how it works, but
For me,
it's
it was
interesting
like,
to think about.
For me, it was like all about like your highs and lows, and so you're traveling up from rock bottom to achieve your goals. And so like you're like you'll always go through these like different like moments in your life, and you'll have to like figure out a way to achieve your goal, and you'll have all these ups and downs, and you'll have the journey. I thought the game was like hella philosophical for not saying anything.
Yeah, for real.
Nobody said shit. Nobody said anything at all. The whole game.
They didn't need to.
That's crazy to me, but it was good.
Last question for you. What was your favorite little creature or
My
character?
favorite creature, it was definitely the fly boys. The
Yeah?
little fly guys. Yeah, I thought they were so cool. Like, and they like when you release a bunch of them, like that was cool.
Yeah.
Like you're like popping up in the air.
There was one moment where they were like trapped within this like cage or machine, but there was a crack in one of the cages, and then you chirp right next to it, and a couple of them come out. They make it through the crack. I'm like, you're free.
Yeah, it was cool. Like I liked all those like little like nuances where like you're making friends along the way, even though they're not. I don't know. They're like Aladdin's magic carpet or something. I don't know what they are.
That's what I called them during my playthrough too.
Yeah.
Like little flying carpets.
Yeah.
My favorite little creature thing were the jellies. Just because I liked that there were little jellyfish,
that's
like
cool.
ribbon creatures.
Yeah.
And then you kind of you jump on them and use them to get up, especially that one tower. But then they come back at the end once you get revived, and then you're flying up to the top of the mountain. You see more of them, and I just like how they are. I like that there's jellyfish. They're probably the clearest allegory allusion to like how I think each of the creatures, ribbon creatures, were like a different sea creature almost.
Yeah.
Because
the ones that fly through the water or whatever. I don't know if it was water.
I don't know. It seemed like an underwater. Yeah. It seemed like the flyboys. They were kind of like a stingray. And then the little ribbons were like little schools of fish. And then there's the jellies. And then like the stone monster things seemed like, I don't know, like sharks or like killer whales. I don't know. Yeah. And then there were the big giant ribbon creature that you ride on a little bit.
That was cool.
Those are like big whales or something. I don't know, but
it
was very, very akin to like under a deep sea exploration almost.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it like that, but now that you're mentioning it, like I see that. Yeah, that's cool. I thought this game was pretty good. I would give it a like an 8 out of 10 probably, because I think it could have been a little longer of a game.
Sure.
I think there could have been a little bit more like reason to like go off the path or go the wrong way, or it was pretty linear.
Yeah. I know there was a reason to explore to find those shiny squares.
Yeah.
But I mostly just picked up the ones I saw along the way. I went out of my way just to get those ones. But I know there's plenty that I missed.
Oh yeah.
And what really irritated me was I was climbing up the snow, and then I barely got spotted by one of the spotlights, one of those big stone creatures. It hit me, and then my scarf that I had worked so hard to get so long was like less than half the size. I was like, no, my scarf.
I used all my juice. Every time I had a little bit, I just used it. I was so bad about that. I did not preserve. I did not
especially in the snowy area because it's so cold. I think it
Yeah.
like takes more energy to be able to jump.
Yes.
And so like one jump and all your juice is used up.
I'm a jumper. I jump in games. I just do that.
It was fun to jump in that game too because you
was.
have like it's this glidiness to it, this floatiness to your jumps. You get good distance and it's a lot faster than walking.
Slow.
Yeah.
I was
I
surprised. on
easily
how
give it
good
a 9 out
everything-
of 10, 9 out of 10 myself, but we don't really rate games here.
No,
we just have
but-
more of a black and white player pass. So personally, play it.
play.
On sale, not on sale, pay whatever it costs because it's worth it. And just know that it's not a long game. It's about the length of a movie,
Yeah.
about 90 minutes to 2 hours. And I think I finished it in just under 2 hours, like 150.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think it definitely a play for me, and it's on sale a lot. Like because it's an older game, like you can get it for like $8, like a lot of the time, which is kind of cool.
it runs really well. I had all my settings on
Smooth.
ultra, highest settings, because I wanted that good fidelity. I wanted it to be as pretty as possible, and it was. It's a very pretty game.
Yeah, we'll stamp it with the play.
Boom.
There it is.
Nice. That's it. Well, that was our discussion. That was our play or pass for Journey. We hope you guys enjoyed that discussion. And I guess now it's time to find out what we'll be playing next by spinning the Great Wheel of Games. Let's do it.
We need more games.
Yeah,
And
we
then
do.
Then it'll be the Great Wheel of Games.
Well, then why don't you tell me what game you want to add to the Great Wheel of Games?
I'm gonna add a game called It Steals. It's a
Okay.
horror game. It's pretty spoopy looking.
What is Spoopy looking?
Pretty spoopy looking. I'm not gonna give any more context to it because we're gonna talk a lot about it if we play it. So
Okay, that's
spoopy.
fine.
It's spoopy. It's a spoopy game. It's not that old of a game.
I'm a big fan of spoopy games.
I think it's going to be really cool to play. I was a big fan of it.
Okay. Well, I haven't asked you if you've played this game, but this is the game I want to add. It's on Game Pass, so no real further investment in it. But have you played the game Chia?
Chia, I haven't. That's the TCHI.
Chia?
Chia.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
It looks really cute. It looks really pretty. In this segment, we're not expected to play through the entire game. So far, we've only had to play shorter games. I think this game's a little longer, but it's very pretty. It looks really chill, and I like the vibe of it. And so that's the game I wanted to add this time. Chia.
Chia. It's added on there. It looks really cool. That's sort of a newer-ish game too, right? Like that released 2023.
Yep.
Yeah. So It Steals released in 2020. So not that old of a game, but yeah. So yeah. There
Cool.
they are. Are we ready to spin?
Let's spin the wheel, baby. Spin it.
All right. We're spinning.
Come on, click holding.
Ooh.
Oh, Supermarket Simulator.
Supermarket Simulator. Okay.
Okay.
Alan's going to be
Nice.
happy with that one.
Now, when I added this to the wheel, I hadn't really seen much gameplay. I think I saw Queso play it a couple times. After I added this, I really watched Alan play it.
Yeah.
He's a little further along in the game. And boy, it looks stressful.
That game looks so stressful.
It looks stressful.
I watched Markiplier play it. And so
Okay.
I don't know, like it does seem like a little bit of a stressful game to me. Probably not as stressful as Overcooked or trying to do Overcooked IRL, but yeah. Hey, I'm excited.
Well, we got to play it within 2 weeks. Before the next episode, we will be
Yes.
playing Supermarket Simulator. So look forward to it, chat. If you guys are watching, if you're watching this video later, and it's not, then our next episode hasn't come out yet, maybe download the game, buy it, whatever you got to do, and play it with us, and come and join the discussion next episode when we come and talk about it. And should be a good time. But yeah, I'd say that's about it for the episode tonight.
Let's wrap it up.
Episode 63 in the books.
Put a bow on it.
Do you have any final words of wisdom for the kids at home?
Never give up on your journey. Make it to the top.
Even if you face plant. And fail. Find the strength, the courage within to keep going.
And
I love that.
And don't serve raw food to people.
Oh.
Just going to throw that one out there. That seems like a good, solid piece of advice, in my opinion. Don't serve raw food to people.
Enough said.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys on the next episode of Mustache Ride, episode 64, coming up next week, or in 2 weeks. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.